Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. On today's video, we'll be cutting this Basque waistline gown with Queen Anne neckline. Work with me as I show you how to cut a Queen Anne neckline without gaping. And please don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video helpful and share with your soul friends. So guys, come let's go into it. Start up with this pattern. First thing I did, I came in by 1 inches. This is a guide for my center front, and I came down by ½ inches. The first thing to do is to get the bust point measurement. The bust point I'm working with is 9.5. Then the under bust is 13 inches. Then the waist is 16 inches. Shoulder to hip is 26 inches. So this is my 26 inches mark here. Now connect these lines together. Done connecting the lines together, the next we have to do now is to get the width of the neck. The width of the neck I'll be making use is 3.5. My 3.5 here, and come down and mark 3 inches for the depth. Connect this like this. What I have to do now is to get the width of the shoulder. The shoulder I'm working with is 14 divided by 2 will give me 7 inches. I'll mark my 7 inches here, and I'll come down by 1 inches for the shoulder slope. This is my 1 inches here. Now connect this line together. And after connecting this line together, now the next we have to do is to get the chest line. To get your chest line, divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. The bust I'm working with, after dividing the measurement, I have 7 inches. So I will come down from this 1 inches mark here and mark 7 inches here for the chest line. I will check what we have from this. We have 8 inches. I'll come here and mark 8 inches. I'll connect this line with a straight line like this. So now I'll bring down my shoulder measurement on the chest line. This is 7 inches. It's always good to label your pattern. This is the chest line, bust point, under bust, waist, then the hip. I'll connect this line down to the chest line. After connecting this straight line together, now we divide this by 2. We have 7 inches here. 7 divided by 2 will give me 3.5. This is my 3.5 mark here. Then I'll come in by 0.75. This is it. Now connect from this my shoulder line here. I'll mark a straight line like this, and I will connect it with my armhole curve like this. After connecting your armhole line, the next you have to do is to get the bust span. The bust span I'm working with, also known as the nipple to nipple point, is 4 inches. So this is 4 inches here. I'll come here also and mark 4 inches. On waistline, I will come also and mark 4 inches. I'll mark this 4 inches also on the hip line. So now we have to open the dart. We'll be opening the dart on the waist. So now I'll come here and mark ½ inches to open my dart. I'll open the dart by ½ inches. This is ½ inches here, ½ inches here. Then I'll come down from the bust point by 1 inches. I'm coming down because of that pointy edge. We don't need that. So you come down by 1 inches from your bust point. And now connect the waist to the bust point. This way you can see the way I'm connecting it. Now connect this also to the hip line. I'm connecting the lines together. You know we are cutting the Queen Anne neckline, so to avoid gaping on the neck area, I will just connect a straight line from this my neck width here, which is 3.5, down to the bust point. This line will give us a guide to shaping the neckline for it not to gape. After doing this now, the next we have to do now is to drop the bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 36 divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. This is my 9 inches here. Drop my 9 inches here. I've not added seam allowance to this yet. Then on the bust point also, I'll drop the bust measurement on the bust point, which is 9 inches. Then on the waistline, I'll divide my waist by 4. 31 divided by 4 will give me 7.75. Then I'll add back this 1 inches for that. Yeah, like this. So now we're good. Then the next we have to do is divide the hip by 4. The hip I'm working with is 38. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. I'll put down my 9.5 here. Join the waistline to the hip line. The next we have to do is to get the difference between the front and the back. For that, I'll come down by 2 inches on the bust point and mark. So now I'll connect this line to the nipple to nipple point. Now getting this, the next we have to do now is to tighten the under bust. You know this style, the back is open somehow, so it exposes the back a little, so we have to tighten this under bust very well. To do that, we divide the under bust by 4. The under bust I'm working with is 29. 29 divided by 4 will give me 7.25. So this is my 7.25 here. I'll check what I have here. I have half inches. I'll put this back, this half inches mark here. Now check what I have left. I have 1.25. So yeah, I'll be putting down half inches here. And this that line, half inches, and I will put the remaining 0.75 there. Now you can see I put it after this dart leg, the 0.75. Now we have to connect this to the bust line. So you place your curve this way. You do the same thing on this other side also. Now connect this down to this dart leg and do the same thing on this other side. Okay, we are done with the tightening of the under bust. The next we have to do is the neckline. From this mark here, you know the width I want the width of this neck to be 3.5, so I'm maintaining that 3.5. I will come up from the chest line by 2 inches here and mark. Then I'll come in also by 2 inches and mark. So now connect this neckline this way. We have to check where we want the cleavage, how open you want your cleavage. So from this depth of this neck, 3 inches here, I'll come down by 4.5 inches and mark. You can see this is it. Then the next we have to do now is to tighten this neck width so it will not gape when you bend down. I will just come here by 1 inches from this line we have here, this straight line that connects to the neck width. I'll come here by 1 inches and mark. Now use my French curve to connect this line to the bust line like this. It's 1 inches we have here. Now divide it by 2. We have half inches here. So now connect this again. Okay, you can see how it looks now. I will use my marker pen to make this clear for you to see. I'm done connecting the lines together, so now you can see it very well. The next we have to do now is to cut this out. Now we're cutting from this neckline. And folding the bust darts. So now that we fold our bust dart in, you can see we have to blend this back. So Okay guys, I'm done with the cutting. Please don't forget to label your pattern. This is the center front and the side front. So now keep this aside. Let's draw the back pattern. This is the shoulder line. This is where our shoulder will be. This is the half inches for shoulder line. Then I came in by 1 inches for the zipper. This is where we'll put our zip. So now after doing that, the next we have to do is to get the width of the neck. For the front, you know we use 3.5 inches. I'll drop the same thing here also. And the depth will be 1 inches for the depth of the neckline. Connect this like this. Then the next we have to do now is to drop the shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm working with is 14. 14 divided by 2 will give me 7 inches. I'll drop my 7 inches here, and I'll come down from this 7 from here by 1 inches for the shoulder slope. This is my 1 inches mark here, and I'll connect this 1 inches mark to this width of the neckline. Now the next we have to do now is to get the chest line. To get your chest line, divide your chest by 6 plus 1.5. So after dividing mine, I have 7 inches. I'll come down here by 7 inches. And check what I have from the startup line. I have 8 inches. Now I'll mark this all round 8 inches like this and connect the line together. Okay, after doing this, the next we have to do now is to get the waist measurements. The waist I'm using for the back is 14 inches. For the front, you know we did 16 inches. The difference between my front and back is 2 inches. So I'll mark the 14 inches here. Then the next thing I have to do now is to drop my hip line. The hip line I'm working with is, I'll come down from this 14 inches and mark 9 inches. So now I'll connect these lines together. After doing this, now we'll bring down the shoulder measurement on this chest line. This is my shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches. It's always good to label your pattern. Here, right chest line. Here, the waist. And this is the hip. Okay, now divide this by 2. 7 divided by 2 give you 3.5. I'll mark here. Now I'll just draw my armhole like this. The back, we don't have to shape it. Okay, this is my back armhole. So now after doing this, the next we have to do is to drop the bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. I'll drop my 9 inches here. Before dropping the waist measurement, we have to get away. We have to remove that back bulge. To do that, you come in by ½ inches and mark. Now we'll come here and mark from this neckline here, from this 1 inches for my neck depth, and mark 3 inches. So now from here I will mark this ½ inches we have from the waistline to this 3 inches mark I have here, and I'll connect this to the hip line. And now we now have to drop the waist measurement. The waist I'm working with is 31. 31 divided by 4 give me 7.5. Now I'll be dropping the 7.5 after this ½ inches I came in, not on this line here, no, on this ½ inches mark here. That's where I will drop my 7.5 and mark 7.5 here. You don't drop it from this line here, from this 1 inches, no, you drop it from this your ½ inches you came in for the zipper bulge. Now connect the chest line to the waistline. Now divide my hip by 4. The hip I'm working with is 38. 38 divided by 4 give me 9 inches. So I will mark my 9 inches here also. Now connect the waistline to the hip line like this. Now the next we have to do is to get that design we have at the back, the opening we have at the back. To do that, I will come down for my neck width by 2 inches. This is where it will be starting from, 2 inches. And now I will come down for my chest line by 3 inches and mark a straight line. Now figure how wide I want my back to be open. I will make it 5.5, yeah, and I will come on the chest line also and mark 5.5. On this chest line here, I will come down by 1 inches, yeah, and on this 3 inches mark here, I'll come up by 1 inches. I'm coming down by 1 inches here and coming up by 1 inches here to get that curvy effect. You know, this the back opening there is not 4 corner, it's kind of curve. So now I will just connect from these 2 inches I came down here to this 1 inches I have 1 inches mark I came down here also. Then to get that curve, you know, it's not 4 corner, so we just do it like this. The 1 inches mark, you connect it to these 3 inches you have here like this, and now we have to connect this line together this way. Now I will trace this out with my marker pen, then we'll cut out. So now we have to get the zipper. Now from this 1/2 inches we came in, I will mark my zipper allowance that I want 1 inches here. I'll come here also and mark 1 inches. This will be the new zipper allowance. This is the new zipper allowance. Now we get that Basque effect for the back. I will just come from the hip by 1 inches. Now just come from the waistline to the hip line like this. Gotten the Basque effect for the back. You can see how it is. This is it. Now cut this back pattern out. Okay, on this place to cut this out, because this place we'll be putting brow hook here, so let's cut it out. Add 1/2 inches for turning when cutting. So this is it for the back pattern. We've done the Basque effect. Now for the front, we keep this back pattern aside first. For the front, you have to make sure you match the lines together first. Use my paper tape to secure this down. Now the way we do for the back, we do the same thing on the front also. I came down from the hip line by 1 inches for the back. I'll do the same thing also on the front, 1 inches. From this my waist here, I'll come down like this with a Basque effect. I'll cut this out. Guys, I'm done with the cutting of the pattern, the front and the back. I have my fabric here. I have 2.5 yards of crepe fabric. The first thing I did, I cut out the remaining length of the gown plus the folding allowance on the hem, which is 22 inches. Cut 2 of these. Each is the length is by 22 and the width is 2.5 yards. This is what we use at the gathers for the remaining part of the gown. I'll keep this one outside. Now this is the remaining one I have. I'll be using this to cut out the up of the gown. Yeah, this video is getting too long, so I'll be stopping this video here. I'll be dropping the sewing video soon. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with your sew friends, and please turn on the notification bell so you know when I drop the sewing video. Thank you guys for watching to the end. See you on my next one. God bless you.